Checkpoints is presented by pharmaceutical company GM Pharma.
The business should express its position. This is how businessman Temur Chkonia addressed those businessmen who didn't attend the conference organized by freebusiness.g. I would like to tell the businessmen who did not come here today that their position should be expressed. The state exists based on our intelligence, hard work and technology. So you are the walls of the state. If they use our work, God bless them. If they don't use it, I don't know how to continue, said Temur Chkonia. He also noted that the government should answer the questions of business because budget is filled with the taxes they pay. Our goal is to demand answers from the government. What do we pay money for? All my companies pay 320 million in the budget, and why I don't have the right to ask? We don't know what kind of structure is in the country. We should not the head to everything. If we don't, then we are traitors to the country, Chkonia said. Businessman and founder of the platform freebusiness.g, Giorgi Chugoshvili, assesses the ongoing processes in the country and notes that if the political escalation continues in Q2, it will have a significant impact on the economy. According to him, the forecasts shared by economics at the first conference of free business also show that the situation is unfavorable. This was a professional meeting where the signatories of the free business platform and other companies were invited. The meeting turned out very professional. Economists from several different companies presented their calculations, so we are alarming situation and the forecasts are not favorable. If the political escalation continues even without new sanctions, it will lead us to a very difficult economic situation, and if sanctions and isolation are added, it will show us an even more difficult picture, Chugoshvili said. Speaking about future plans, the founder of Free Business notes that their goal is to inform businessmen who don't yet see the scale of the economic crisis. We know our action plan. We need to explain all this to companies that aren't yet connected to the free business platform. We need to show as many people as possible that a real economic crisis awaits us in a few months. Until now, free business platform was an initiative. Now, if the platform wants to do projects in the long term and work around some values, then it needs to take some form. But our signatories must decide all this, Giorgi Chugoshvili said. Zviad Chumburidze, Secretary General of EU Georgia Business Council, declares that the situation in Georgia is extremely difficult and the business feels it well. Zviad Chumburidze hopes that Georgian Dream government will make a timely decision. The Secretary General of EU Georgia Business Council sees new elections and the release of detainees as the way out of the political crisis. Today, Georgia is facing two big challenges: illegitimate government and sanctions. Politics and the economy are two important life-giving parts of one body, so we particularly have the most difficult picture in the country, which the business feels well. The danger is great. Sanctions will knock everything off if the government does not act in time, said Zviad Chumburidze. In addition, the Secretary General of EU Georgia Business Council did not rule out that foreign investors in Georgia may decide to relocate their investments. We must understand that when the territories of country are occupied, an investor comes to your country with caution because he thinks that what the complications of the occupation may entail. But when an unorganized government is added to this reality, which does not have relations with strategic partners, more problems arise, and this further worsens the situation, said Zviad Chumburidze. Lalazashvili, managing partner of BDO, declares that a decrease in income is already being recorded in various sectors due to the ongoing events in the country. As he states in an interview with BMDG, the decrease is especially noticeable in the areas that don't produce primary consumption products or services. Decrease is especially noticeable in real estate sector as well as other sectors, including trade and services. The decrease will become even more obvious in those sectors which are essential consumption. The decrease in tourists additionally affects the inflow of foreign currency, and if all these continues, this will inevitably lead to an economic and social crisis, Lalazashvili said. According to him, the only way out of the current political crisis is to fulfill the demands set by the Free Business G signatory companies. All types of crises need to be de-escalated. When we joined Free Business G, we considered new elections as the only way to de-escalate the crisis. Until now, we have not heard any alternative option from anyone. Such meetings help to create the possibility of alternative options. However, my personal opinion remains that the only way to de-escalate this type of crisis is elections, Lalazashvili said. Store chain Gastronome responded with a statement to the targeted attack to discredit the company's name. The statement reads that the brand has been operating with the highest standards since its inception. This information was spread, which aims to discredit the Gastronome name. It's a targeted attack on our company. Since its inception, our company has been distinguished by the high standards of products and services that we offer to our customers, regardless of political or other views. This is confirmed by the fact that despite the protest events taking place in the country over the past year, not once has our employees shown aggression towards any customer with a different political view. Gastronome firmly continues to move forward on the path it chose upon its founding, to implement the highest standards and offer other only best experience to our customers, the statement reads. Nicholas Shekriladze, general manager of tourist facility Villa Mosavali, located in the village of Akhalubani near Tbilisi, states that tourist flows have decreased by over 15% compared to the same period last year. According to Giorgi Chugoshvili, despite the reduced flows, the tourist facility is actively visited by local tourists, as well as representatives of European and post-Soviet countries. In addition, there are tourist flows from Russia as well. Accommodation price per night in a standard room for 2 persons amounts to 170 lari. In general, during this period, the conference section is quite busy, but almost all conferences have been cancelled in the last quarter. Given the situation, we don't have any new bookings. Considering the cancellation of reservations by our international and local partners, we don't have positive expectations at this stage, Shekriladze noted. According to him, the tourist facility employs 70 people. Despite the current crisis, the company has not changed its personnel policy or reduced the staff. Wine hub Sadzvele is experiencing a 20% decrease in activity. The company's director, Giorgi Chugoshvili, spoke about this. The multifunctional wine hub combines a wine school, wine cellar, a wine bar, conference, and tasting spaces. The facility currently employs 14 people. According to the director of the facility, Sadzvele consists of 3 floors, of which 2 floors are wine cellars. Chugoshvili adds that along with the increasing awareness, the demand for their facility is increasing, especially for foreigners who want to taste wine in the capital city of Tbilisi. The facility consists of 3 floors, of which 2 floors are wine cellars. On the 2nd floor, there is now a theater, exhibition and cultural space. Therefore, we decided to dedicate the 1st floor to the wine school, a space for wine events. Space offers about 200 types of wines. Awareness is gradually growing and the number of customers is also increasing. The tasting space can accommodate about 80 people, and during events it's possible to host several hundred people. As for the training space, it can accommodate 24 people. The events taking place in the country had a great impact on us. We have a decrease in activity of about 20%, but given that we are newly opened and turnover was not high, the decrease is that we have not been able to grow as much as we had expected, said the director of multifunctional wine hub Sadzvele. Last year, when the situation in the country was calm, we had more activity. Lina Kaldani, head of brand development and communications at the perfume store chain ICI PARIS, told BMDG, according to her, the ongoing events in the country have made it difficult for the company to fulfill its sales plan, and naturally, there is a decrease in sales compared to last year. Due to the current situation in the country, it was a little difficult for us to fulfill the previous year's plan. Although the situation is not critical, but of course, there is a difference compared to the previous year. I can say that we have an average sales figures. Last year, there was much greater activity when the situation in the country was calm. The company's expectations are optimistic. We offered our customers special promotions before the new year to make it easier to buy gifts. However, it still depends on general background of and if the people will be in a good mood, Kaldani said. Georgian spice, pickles, jams and sauces manufacturing company Ojakhuri plans to maintain its current share in the Georgian market and increase it by 10%. Salome Neparidze, marketing and public relations manager of Ojakhuri, stated this to BMDG while talking about the company's plans for 2025. According to her, current events in the country, which have been going on for more than a month, have not affected their enterprise, including in the direction of export markets. Neparidze adds that in 2025, it's planned to further develop exporting markets for which the company plans to purchase new equipment. In 2025, we want to further develop exports because the demand is very high. In the local market, we want to maintain our current share and increase it by about 10%. There is also great interest in the export direction. Accordingly, we are going to purchase equipment to increase productivity and simplify the production processes, Neparidze said. The company Ojakhuri has been on the market for 14 years and currently produces about 90 types of spices. In addition, the company actively produces marinades, sauces and jams, which are sold both in local and international markets. The prices of Ojakhuri products start from 2 lari and ranges up to 6 lari.
The Checkpoints is presented by pharmaceutical company GM Pharma.